I think that you're mostly right. There's some Democrats that have taken, like, I think Bernie Sanders has not taken that big money, and I think
Bernie Sanders, I'm being a little hyperbolic.
I want to push back on your generalization about all Democrats. But have you, by the way, been getting emails and texts from other celebrities, and because you're a celebrity yourself, you think it's actually them? Like Julia Louis-Dreyfus emails me every day. I'm like, oh, she must know me. Oh no, it's just a fundraising.
No, but let me say something else.
Yeah.
So from 1973 until right now, wages have been frozen in the United States. The buying power, of the minimum wage in 1973 was actually greater than the $7.15 it is today.
Yeah.
So for 30 years, Republicans and Democrats have sat on their hands and allowed inflation to wipe out the buying power of the American working public by over 25%. They know that. They know this is a huge gift to the corporate sector. The people who don't know it are the people who are shitting in the Capitol. And people are not shitting in the Capitol because they love Donald Trump. They're shitting in the Capitol because since Lewis Powell's white paper, where he wrote a blueprint explaining how the corporate sector could seize power, which they have followed for 50 years in lockstep, and since Reagan's inauguration, where he fired 11,000 striking union workers, declared war on the unions, weakened the National Labor Relations Board, opened up right-to-work states, and wrecked the fabric of the wealth-producing mechanism of the middle class, both parties have been colluding in ignoring blue-collar, rural, and urban people. And I can go down in lockstep, but I will just 3 steps. Nixon's Secretary of Agriculture tells farmers, get bigger, get out. Talks them into taking big loans for heavy equipment. Tells them they'll be safe because their land values are rising. Jimmy Carter's Fed chair raises interest rates 5 points in a single day to signal fighting inflation, wipes out hundreds of thousands of American farmers, turns the Midwest into a dead zone. GATT and NAFTA ship their industrial jobs out, and America applies less retraining money than any other industrial country. Newt Gingrich declares the Democrats as evil. Bill Clinton creates the Financial Modernization Act, which ends Glass-Steagall, the law in place since the Depression, which stopped banks and insurance from gambling with your money. And he made it illegal to regulate credit default swaps, which was the kind of backstop insurance program for the liar's loans. So in 2008, when 6 million people a month were having their shit put out on the street in front of their neighbors and evicted, Robert Rubin was not called to task. Jamie Dimon was not called to task. Not a single C-suite executive went to jail. So these people in the Midwest who were given the opioids pandemic and the crystal meth pandemic, they've been watching the same chipper, cheerful newscasters with good hair and good suits chatting Kathy Chatty every day. And they figured out that this system is working against them. And they took a Hail Mary pass on a grifter, an orange Jesus from New York. And it never occurred to them, because he was campaigning on Bernie Sanders' rhetoric, that he would lie, that he would steal them blind. And so these people have been reduced to insanity. They're now just gibbering over conspiracy theories because they don't even know how government works. Civics is not even being taught. So this is a pox on both parties. And of course, there are individuals within them that have honor and that tried their best. But basically, when you have a system based on money, money is going to rule it.